In today's news, thankfully and finally, the anti-crypto campaign has seemingly come to an end. As crypto is becoming more widely accepted across the United States, Ripple's case is the key reason for this and is being used as a template, a foundation for other crypto companies battling against the SEC. However, despite these bullish sentiments and the second wave of institutional adoption that's incoming, which we will be looking into in this video, it seems that Biden's administration is not done yet with their anti-crypto campaign, their corrupt agenda, and even with Kamala Harris stepping forward for Joe Biden, we won't see much of a change. The level of corruptness from the Biden-Harris administration has been exposed, and this is the war that Ripple and XRP have been fighting for a very long time, alongside the rest of crypto of course, but except Ripple and XRP are the ones on the front lines and the one in no man's land. Now, to start off with, I need to disclose that I am not pro-Trump, I am not pro-Harris, I am not even pro-JFK Jr., I am simply just pro-crypto. As long as the elected party will aid and promote the growth of crypto, that is all I care about. As it stands right now, it looks like the Biden and Harris administration are not pro-crypto. According to the Oversight Committee, Joe Biden has been exposed for committing impeachable offences. In their 300-page report, they disclosed evidence to establish President Biden abused his office and violated his oaths, engaging in a conspiracy to peddle influence to enrich his family when he was VP. And once he was named president, the Biden-Harris administration obstructed the House of Representatives' impeachment inquiry and criminal investigation of Biden's son, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Supposedly the evidence is the strongest case of impeachment of any president ever investigated, and the lies and level of corruptness doesn't stop there. Even with Kamala Harris, the apple doesn't seem to fall far from the tree, as we can hear in this report on CNBC. Kamala Harris may be more open to crypto than Joe Biden, but only slightly. It is not her priority, and the industry could continue to face hostile regulations. Take a close listen.
Said, quote, "We view Kamala Harris as more open to crypto and digital assets than Joe Biden, though we do not view this as a priority and believe the industry could continue to face hostile regulators." Cyberg said the comparison to Trump could be a little less clear, though, writing, quote, "Trump in recent months has reinvented himself as a crypto advocate, but that, quote, history tells us this does not guarantee that Trump regulators in the second term will be more accommodating to crypto than during his first term." The crypto industry has been urging Vice President Harris to take a friendlier approach to digital assets since she replaced President Biden at the top of the ticket.
We can see further evidence of that here in this scoop with the sources from the Senate in the Washington Reporter. It states that Kamala Harris is likely to nominate the tyrant himself, Gary Gensler, as Treasury Secretary if elected, which is so bad. Ripple CTO David Schwartz even jokes about this, saying, "Good news, if Harris is elected, then she will remove Gary Gensler as SEC chair before his term is up." But of course, this is completely satire, because Gary Gensler becoming the Treasury Secretary is far worse and could result in a continued hostility towards crypto. So it looks like Kamala Harris has been lying, or should I say, she's been misleading us, talking about a proposed reset and acceptance of crypto when behind the scenes it tells a completely different story. I mean, Gary Gensler as Treasury Secretary is so wild. This is the man who recently has just been accused of censorship after forcing an academic to delay publications of a paper examining the impact of regulations on small audit firms for 9 months, which is insane, absolutely nuts. This is proof that his policies are favouring giant audit firms and hurting small companies, yet his role as the SEC chairman is meant to be to protect the little people as well as the large, to protect all investors basically. This is why we need to see Gary Gensler out of office. This is how important this year is going to be for the crypto industry. If Elizabeth Warren, Gary Gensler and all the current establishments stay in place, it will be all out war. And it's for this reason why you need to become educated to build up your knowledge and understand the market sentiments to help better navigate the incoming crypto cycle, which is why I have just created a free to join Discord server where together we are all working to increase our knowledge to find the true money makers, the true crypto gems, to be a part of what will be the biggest wealth transfer in history. We are still growing rapidly, 225 members and counting, and we are all learning so much already. So by all means, come and be a part of the family. The link to join will be in the description below. But now, the silver lining here is that should Kamala Harris and the Biden administration get elected, I think Ripple and XRP have already done the deed. They have crossed no man's land and nothing can stop them or crypto anymore. Ripple, CLO, Stuart Alderoty, states in this interview on the crypto law that he wouldn't be surprised if the SEC actually appeals the court's decision. They have about 40 days left or so, I believe. But because XRP status is not a security and the secondary market trading of XRP is not security transactions, that is the law of the land, and that does not change even if the SEC does appeal. Nothing they can do anymore. Take a listen.
Nothing in this case advances the core mission of the SEC. But we all know that when it comes to crypto, the SEC has proven itself not to be rational. In fact, the court, in our case, criticized the SEC for engaging in litigation gamesmanship and tactics rather than faithfully applying the law. So I wouldn't be surprised if the SEC does appeal, but I'll say a couple of things. Number one, and I think this is important for folks to appreciate and understand, XRP's status as not a security and the secondary market trading of XRP as not security transactions, that is the law of the land, and that does not change even if the SEC appeals. And I would ask everyone to focus on that.
I mean, even former CFTC chairman Chris Giancarlo can be heard in this interview stating that the SEC has demonstrated that they cannot win this battle. So no matter what they do, no matter who gets elected, XRP and crypto will take off in this bull cycle no matter what. And I believe it will be the biggest bull cycle we've ever seen in our history, as CNBC can confirm here. The second wave of institutional adoption is happening right now as Wall Street, as Goldman Sachs has a $418 million stake in US spot Bitcoin ETFs. Listen closely.
Reporting on the Wall Street firm that's getting more and leaning into that Bitcoin trade. Mac, who is it?
Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
So this week we got a fresh take on what institutional adoption looks like with those U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs. And Goldman Sachs added $418 million across 7 different U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs, more than half of that in BlackRock, the IBIT fund. And what's interesting is that it was just in April that their wealth management unit CIO told the Wall Street Journal that there wasn't much client appetite for that product. Clearly that tune has changed. You've seen other banks jump in, HSBC, Bank of America.
Morgan Stanley.
But what's interesting is that they actually paired their holdings in these spot Bitcoin products.
They just pitch them more to their clients apparently right now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, as of the last week, their 15,000 FAs are now allowed to pitch it out to certain clients.
Furthermore, and better still, Vanek told CNBC that all the big Bitcoin selling is now behind us. Bitcoin is really hitting its stride and they are buyers. Vanek believes Bitcoin will recover very, very soon. All these interviews are taking place on mainstream media platforms, CNBC, Bloomberg and all the rest. Crypto is becoming widely known and adopted and accepted, which is why I believe the anti-crypto campaign is now finally over. No matter what Kamala Harris or anybody else for that matter tries to do, crypto will have the most volatile, the most explosive bull market ever seen. And Ripple and XRP, in my opinion, will be one of the leaders in this cycle. With a settlement deal looming, with the law of the land on their side, it is only a matter of time. This November election will be very, very important for all of us in this crypto industry, so that is why now is the time you need to do your own research, or better still, come chill, chat and learn much more in the free Discord server. Again, link below, and remember, don't look short term, think long term, and I'll see you in the next one.